Hello, it's Nutty Chef again, and I've been away for a while, so I do have to apologise for that. I didn't even really make a video saying where I was going or what I was doing. I just kind of took a break. I think it's mainly because I was kind of getting burnt out on Minecraft. If you're new to this channel, mainly the channel was devoted to Minecraft. I did play a couple of other games, but yeah, it was mostly Minecraft, and I guess I just got a bit burnt out on it, and I needed to take a break from making videos in general as well. And I've kind of had a rethink about what I'm going to do with the channel, and I've got a new approach which I think will work for me. So instead of Minecraft, it's just going to be games. They could be new games, they could be old games, just whatever game I see that looks interesting, I'll pick it up and have a playthrough. And if it turns out to be good, or if I enjoy it, then there might be quite a few episodes on that game. But if the game turns out to be not so enjoyable, there might only be 1 or 2 episodes on that game. So yeah, and maybe I'll return to Minecraft sometime in the future, but for the foreseeable future I don't think so. Yeah, so we're just going to be playing different games and trying to enjoy myself, and getting hopefully more videos out per week. With this new format, it should be a lot easier and a lot more stress-free. So yeah, here's the first game we're going to play, which you may know, Faster Than Light it's called. It's a pretty old game. It's about 7 years old, I think, and it's a roguelike set in space. So you kind of have a ship, you have a crew, and you go through, and different random events happen, and you've got to try and make it through all the sectors to the end where there's a boss, and you've got to try and defeat the boss. And depending on what opportunities arise as you play through the game, which is all kind of random events, then hopefully you've upgraded your ship enough to defeat the boss. And I have defeated the boss once on easy, which I was pretty proud of, because it took a fair few amount of playthroughs to do that. So we're going to do a playthrough now, and we're going to do it on easy. I have played normal quite a few times, but it's very hard on normal, so yeah, easy is what we're going to go with. And we're just going to use this basic ship. There is more ships. I've unlocked one, but there's plenty more. But we're just going to go with the basic one. And let's just rename our ship before we get started. Don't really have any name in mind, so we'll just go with the Awesome Ship. A very creative name, but by the end of this it will be an awesome ship, so that name fits well. We're not going to do advanced edition content. We're just going to play the basic game with the basic ship on easy, and let's go. I'll explain as we go along what is happening. So this is the story. The data you carry is vital to the remaining Federation fleet. You'll need supplies for the journey, so make sure to explore each sector before moving on to the next. But get to the exit before the pursuing rebel fleet can catch up. So that's the basic idea. And here we go. Here's our ship. We have different systems. We've got engines, oxygen, weapons, a med bay, shields, scanners, doors, and a pilot. And we can buy more systems as we progress through the game if we want to. Here are our systems down here. We can upgrade these to be stronger and more powerful. And this is our reactor core. We use this to put power into our different systems, so we can upgrade that too, so we have more power to distribute among the systems. And down here are our subsystems. They don't require reactor power, but we can upgrade them as well. So the first thing I like to do is take power away from my med bay because we don't need it in there at the moment. None of our crew members are injured, and we'll put all our power into weapons so we can use both of our weapons. And we've got one remaining here which we can put into our engines, and the more power we have in engines, the higher our dodge chance, which is up here at 20%. So 20% of the projectiles, missiles and lasers that come towards us will miss, so it's a good idea to upgrade that as well. And we're ready to jump. Let's go. Let's go to this distress beacon. So it's going to be, every time you jump to a new beacon, it'll be a random event. So here we go. You arrive at the distress beacon near a small asteroid belt and find a ship with pirate markings partially crushed between two large rocks. It must have been illegally mining the belt without proper equipment. So we can try to dislodge the ship by shooting at the rocks, or we can destroy the ship. They're just pirates. Well, we don't really want to dislodge a pirate, we just want to kill them, so we're just going to destroy them. You decide the pirate is not worth saving and fire a few volleys into their hull, but before you can scrap the remains, another pirate ship flashes on your radar and they want to fight us. So here we go. We can pause at any time, which is a good idea to pause often because a lot of stuff ends up happening and you have to manage it all. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fire my lasers at their weapons because they have a missile launcher here and a laser, and I don't want to take any hull damage. I want to take the least amount of hull damage as possible. So, and I could use my missile, but we want to save our missiles as much as possible if we can. So okay, so they've hit our doors, not too bad, but they did do 1 hull damage, but we hit their weapons, so they can't use their weapons until they repair their weapons thing here. So I'm just going to keep hitting their weapons. That's my strategy I've worked out over and over again until we destroy them. So they're offering us these supplies to let them go, but we're not going to let them. We want to destroy them and get more out of them. See, they're repairing us, going back to orange. Don't want to let that happen. We want to destroy them. They've only got 2 hull left. And we haven't used any missiles yet, so that's good. Okay, 1 more blast should do it. The good thing about the burst laser is it fires 3 shots, so we can kind of get through its shields with 1 shot, and then the other 2 shots can hit it. Okay, so we got 19 scrap. Scrap is that's up here. That's kind of the currency of the game. We've got 1 drone part, which we may use later on if we get some drones, and we got 2 more missiles, so that was good. We've got 49 scrap now. And what you can do with scrap is you can upgrade your systems here. First thing I want to do is upgrade my shields, but we don't quite have enough for that yet. But I kind of want to save my scrap for if we find a store. See, here's a store here. We're going to have to go to it now, even though I wanted to save up a little bit more scrap before we got there. But let's just see what they've got. So here we go. So we can buy more jump fuel, which is this. We do not want to run out of jump fuel, but we've got plenty for now. We can buy more missiles and more drone parts, but we don't need those right now. Or we can repair our ship, but we're pretty good on that for now. So down here we can buy augmentations, and every shop will be different. It's all random, so it's a random chance of what the store will sell. We can get a scrap recovery arm, which lets us get more scrap. We can get a navigation thing, which allows us to jump to any previously visited beacon. We can get a drone recovery arm, which means drones won't be destroyed when we leave the sector, if we've got any out, I believe. And there's 2 weapons here. There's a heavy laser, which I'm not really too keen on. It does more damage, but it only fires 1 shot, whereas our burst laser fires 3 shots. So if we fired this and the enemy ship had a shield up, it would just hit the shield and it wouldn't hit the ship. Or there's a Pegasus missile, which is good, but it requires 3 power to use, so we don't really want any of this right now. So we're going to pass on all of this, which is unfortunate, and we're going to jump to the next sector. We're going to go up here. So we want to visit as many of these beacons as we can before we get to the exit. And as you can see here, this is the rebel fleet approaching. So this will come, they'll come closer and closer across the screen, and we've got to get to the exit before they catch up with us. Alright, what do we get? You detect a rebel automated ship nearby. It does not engage and seems to be patrolling. We want to engage it because we want to get some scrap and stuff out of it, and I didn't repair my doors, but that's okay, we'll survive. We'll just attack their weapons so they can't attack us. They don't have any missiles, they've only got lasers. That laser's an ion laser. We're going to make pretty short work of this guy. So this is an automatic ship. It doesn't actually have any crew members in it. So it's a bit different than a normal ship. Once we upgrade our scanners, you can actually see inside ships. So we'll get more into that later. Let's just destroy this guy and reap the rewards. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to get this guy to... our map has been updated with details of the surrounding area, and we've got some scrap. So that's good. We didn't get much scrap though. I'm going to get these guys to repair the doors. The doors are kind of important. We'll have to upgrade them at a certain point because fires can start on your ship, and it's very annoying if your doors aren't upgraded because they can go through the doors. This button here saves our crew positions, so our crew are manning different stations, and we can save the stations they're manning because our crew can actually level up. See, our weapons guy, he's been at the weapons station for a little bit and his weapon skill is up, so we want to keep these guys on the stations that they are manning. Let's go up here. Let's see what we get now. You receive a message from a small refugee convoy. Hail, we'd like to help you on your mission, but we don't have much to offer. If you could have extra metal, perhaps we could work on your ship. Inquire about their specialty. They offer to upgrade your piloting subsystem in exchange for some scrap. No, I'm not too keen on that because it's not a very good offer. We don't really need an upgraded piloting system as much as we need scrap right now. So let's get out of that. So here, there's a possible ship, which is good. We could go there. There's a distress beacon here. That would be good to go to. And look, there's another store down here, but I don't think we're going to make it to there before the rebels come across. So I'm going to go here. Should be a ship to fight. Yes, there is. A youthful looking mantis captain hails, you prey must know your death. Blah blah blah. We're going to fight this ship. Okay, so straight away I want to take out their weapons because they've got a missile launcher here. And they can, missile launchers go through shields, we don't want to take any damage. So I'm going to fire both of my weapons on their weapons. Straight up, so we're going to use a missile. Oh, see that? We took 1 damage from their missiles. But I'm going to try and use the least amount of missiles as I can because they're handy to save up for the end boss, I've found. Okay, so we got some scrap, we got some jump fuel, which is this. You don't want to run out of that because then you're kind of stuck and you have to kind of rely on luck to get out of it. We've got a drone part, which we can get drones later. So if we do, I'll show you how that works. We could probably jump up here, then down to here, and then to the exit. Which I think, or we could jump here. Yeah, I think we'll jump up here and then down to there. We want to visit as many places as possible before we get to the exit. Okay, you come across a rebel automated scout pursuing a civilian ship, will aid them because then we can get a reward from them if we defeat this ship, which shouldn't be too hard. Let's fire on their weapons, that's my usual strategy, and try not to use our missiles. And see, this guy's got a combat drone. We can get one of those eventually if we want. Oh, he attacked us. See, this guy's going to keep attacking our shields over and over again. Oh my god, we've got a fire. I didn't even see that. I'm going to use both of these guys to put out that fire. They'll take damage while putting out the fire. That's why I use two guys to do it faster most of the time. Let's just keep attacking with our lasers. We should be okay. Let's send these guys back to their positions. See if the positions are manned, like if the weapons are manned by a guy, then our weapons will charge faster, we'll be able to fire another shot quicker. So it's a good idea to keep manning your stations if you have enough people available. And we can get more people later on as well, which we'll definitely be aiming to do. And as we progress, our ship will become more and more powerful. Okay, we destroyed that guy, easy. Got some scraps, 2 more missiles and another drone part, and now we can contact the civilian ship, but he retreated, so sometimes you can get a reward from them as well. We've got 99 scrap now, and as you can see there's no way we can get to another store, which is what I was saving my scrap for. So I might upgrade my shield, so it's going to cost us 20 to upgrade it, and another 30 to get 2 upgraded, and then we're going to want 2 more reactor core power bars to power that. So your shield, you can buy another shield upgrade, but it goes in 2s, so you need to upgrade it by 2 every time. So it takes 2 bars at a time, and now we've got 2 shields, so we're very well protected now. But we will need to save up some scrap for the next sector for if we come across a shop. So I think I'm going to go to here and then the exit. I think we can do that before the rebels get to us quite easily. Okay, we've detected a rebel scout on an attack approach to a small refueling outpost where their weapons are charged but they're not firing yet. We're going to intervene and defend. We want to, if we had low hull we could avoid the conflict, but we don't. We want to fight as many people as possible and get as much loot as we can. And this guy doesn't look too tough, so we can take him out pretty easily. We'll just use the lasers for now. He's got another drone, this guy. This is kind of annoying. He's only got 1 laser though, so he shouldn't be too much of a problem. Might just fire a missile at his shields there. Do some extra damage to his hull. Because I'm impatient, I just want to destroy this guy. And we should be able to get him with 1 more shot. Okay, there we go, he's dead. What do we get? We got some more stuff, that's good. And Outpost has rewarded us as well for helping them, so that was a good sector. So let's go to the exit here. And what do we get here? You see a civilian space station with heavy damage. You receive a message. We've been hit hard by the war. We need more drone parts to speed up our repairs. We'll buy some for you if you have extra. So I don't really need drone parts right now, so I will sell them 3 drone parts for 12 scrap. That's a good deal for now. And now we can jump to the next sector. And so here you can see we've got to make it through all, this is us here, and we've got to make it through all these sectors to get to the end sector, which will be the boss. So, and each sector is random, and all the layout will be random as well. And here's a rock controlled sector and a rebel controlled sector. So the rock controlled sector is like a race of rock people, and the rebels, they're going to be more dangerous. So I think we're going to jump to the rock controlled sector and hope for the best. The rock people have a particularly aggressive stance toward alien races trespassing in their space. You should tread carefully. Okay, so here we are. The first beacon in every sector is usually empty as far as I'm aware. And here we are, we're in another sector. We've got to try and make it to the exit as, like, by passing through as many of these beacons as we can before the rebels get to us, to get as much loot as we can. But I think that's going to be it for this episode. Thanks again for watching. Leave a like and a comment, and I'll see you in the next episode.